Welcome back to Expressions of Destiny podcast. This is Jennifer. Today is Teachable Tuesday, and thank you for joining me here in my truck as I drive. It is going to go right in line with the topic for this week, and we're going to be talking about time management and just really getting to a place where we don't feel like we are overwhelmed or trying to always get everything done. Everything off of the list, checked off. I know we've talked about this before, just a little bit, in some of our other earlier episodes, but I really want to dive into this in more of a encouragement for you, because sometimes we can allow the overwhelm to really affect our productivity in our business, and all the things that we are desiring to accomplish and get done at a quicker rate. We have this list of maybe 10 things that we need to do, not throughout the week, but daily. And that, in my opinion, is a bit too much. I've talked a lot about the one thing, and just really focusing on that. Now, that doesn't mean that you can only pick one thing a day to focus on, but it's one thing at a time. And so one of the things that I try to do with my planner is, if I know that I have certain things to get done, I will always pick the top 3 that are at the top of my priority list. They absolutely have to be done. It's something that maybe I've been putting off for way too long. And so I go ahead and make sure that thing, or those up to 3 things, are done. Now, here's the thing. If I have worked diligently on that first item every day, on that day, and it is the only thing that I accomplished that day, if it is finalized and completely done, then I have accomplished something. I don't need to feel bad about not getting the other 2 things that were on my list done. I just simply move them over to the next day. And so it's all about not putting yourself in a position where you have to feel guilty about feeling like you weren't able to do it, or you failed that day. That's a big one. To feel like you failed and you haven't accomplished anything. You did accomplish something. And so being a business owner, it's really tough because we take on the load and the burden of every single detail of our business. We are the person, that knows how this thing is supposed to run, knows how everything is supposed to be in place. We think that we alone know the ins and outs of our business, and that's not true. We have a team for a reason. We have family that works with us for a reason. They may not know the whole vision. They may not see the whole thing, but they see enough of it to be our help. And so we have to remember to hand some of that over and really just focus on what is most important in that moment and just do it. I think about my past weeks. It has been so busy. I felt so guilty about missing Teachable Tuesday last week. And I jumped right on it to make sure that I had an episode ready this week. And I did Faith-Filled Friday that last week, and then I missed this current week, and those things really frustrate me, because this is one of the things that I look forward to every week. It's one of the main things, is to be able to get on here and really just pour my heart out and share with you, the things that I've learned, the things that I've failed at, the things that I've had to figure out on my own, the importance of always looking for new ways to accomplish stuff, not getting frustrated over everything. And when I encourage you, it encourages me, because I'm reminding myself. I'm sitting here talking to you and having to turn around and say, you know what? I need to follow my own advice, because I don't want to be put in a position where I'm feeling like I need to be lifted up and encouraged, and everybody else is doing what I said. They're doing great, but I'm not doing what I said, and I'm doing horrible. So I have to stop and think about that as well too. But these are the moments that I enjoy the most, because spending time with you is a reminder to me of how important it is to really listen to what our heart is saying and to apply apply those things that we talk about on a daily basis, because if there's no application, you're not going to see any progress. So this week has been really busy. This is why I'm recording in my truck as I drive to my next destination, but it was so important for me to get on here and do this. But the thing is that we have to realize that we don't have to be a part of every single engagement, every meeting, every activity that is on our calendar. I love doing networking events. They are a very special lifeline to our business, because we are in the business of helping business owners and entrepreneurs and helping, people succeed and speaking life into their business. And if I don't go to these networking events, then I'm not doing what I've been called to do. And so when I have to turn down a networking event, or if I have to miss one, that is another thing that really bothers me. But I have to remember to prioritize things as well. And so sometimes we may not be able to go and engage in everything that we had our heart set on, but we can pick and choose. This is where the power comes in. We can pick and choose which ones we feel we need to attend and which ones we know we can put off at least for this month and maybe join them the following month. The other thing that we always talk about are seasons. There are different seasons in our life, and seasons are for a reason. Seasons come and they go. It's not something that is permanent. It's not something that's going to last for a lifetime. It's called a season for that reason. It comes, and when the time is up, it goes. And so when we have a season where we may not be able to do something that we've normally done all the time in our business, we can't fret over that, and we cannot, sit there and sing our woes, and because we wish we could. That season will come again, but there is a reason why you have to put certain things off for right now. There's a reason why you can't do, as much as what you wished. I will tell you about one of the seasons that I got really excited about, and it was just, my heart is in it. I'm so ready to go, but I recently, over the summer, just committed to helping or volunteering with the SCORE program. SCORE is a national organization that is dedicated to helping small businesses and entrepreneurs grow and be successful through trainings, through mentors. And yes, I'm putting a plug in here because it is one of the many best resources that are out there for business owners. And I'll share a couple of others before we end this podcast today, but this is one of the main ones. And so because they do what I love doing, I said, I'm going to volunteer. I'm going to jump, full force. I'm going to go for it, and I'm just going to give all that I can. Now, I made that commitment, and although I'm still able to do some things, I've had to pull back because there is a new season right now where I'm engaging in a lot more, educational stuff and classroom time, and just really diving into learning a lot of new things. And so I had to pull back immediately and say, wait a minute, I can't give all the time that I really initially wanted to give to this organization right now in this moment. But I know I will be able to. And I know when the time is right, I'll be able to step in with more time, more hours, more of myself to be able to just give everything that I desire to give. But for the time being, I had to recognize what was most important. Now, if they still need me, can they call and ask? Absolutely. If I can make it, will I go? Yes. If I have something else that was pre-scheduled or arrangement, then I just have to say no. And they understand that. And the thing is that although my heart is still there, I have an understanding of what type of season I am in. And a lot of y'all may be feeling the same thing. You may be wanting to do everything, but you can't allow yourself to be pulled in every single direction. You have to really sit down, look at everything, and decide what it is that is most important right now in this moment for you to do. And so I am looking so forward to that season coming back around. where I can really give my all. Now remember this as well too, that if there is a moment within your life, in your business, the life of your business, where you are being called back to learn something new, to engage in new things, new opportunities, because it will do nothing less of benefiting your company. I mean, it is going to do great things. It may even propel you into a whole new industry. It may bring your business back to life. Then jump on it. Go and do those things. We never stop learning, ever. We never get to a point where we can't learn something new. Because at the moment that you stop learning, the moment that you stop growing, you start dying. So if you have an opportunity to join any workshops, any classes, any trainings, going back to school, finding a mentor, then I would highly recommend and encourage you to do that. So today I just really wanted to come on here and encourage you. Time management was on my heart and on my mind because of just the busy season that I know that we are in. And it really helps to get things laid out, have a foundation of what is most important, have a plan, structure things out so that you know what you're doing, when you're doing them. You're not running around like a chicken with its head cut off. And just know exactly what it is that your business needs to grow right now in this moment. I do want to share a couple of resources that have always helped me. I mean, these are lifelong resources. I really wish I would have found them sooner, a lot earlier in our business. But I see them helping so many people. And every time I'm able to share this, there's always somebody else who takes advantage of it and really just starts to get excited about what they're doing again. And so it brings things back to life. So the first one I shared with you was SCORE. SCORE, you can go to score.org. And like I said, they have tons and tons of online workshops. Wherever you live, they may have in-person workshops. Those are the ones that I personally enjoy the most. And then they also have mentorship. And so it's at no cost to you. You go and you request a mentor. You can request the mentor at the whatever level, whatever you're needing in that moment. You can be just starting your business. You may not even have everything in order yet. Or you could be 10, 15, 20 years into your business. It does not matter what place you are at. All that matters is that if you need the help, they are there to help you. And so you can be very specific as to what you're looking for. Do you need somebody to help you in the area of finance? Do you need someone to help you with marketing? Do you need to learn more about networking? There's so many different things. There are mentors that have different backgrounds and specialties. And so they really do what they can to match you with the appropriate person. So go to SCORE and, again, look up, request a mentor and look up the workshops. The other one is the SBDC. So no matter where you live, you can check to see if you have an SBDC, which is the Small Business Development Center. And if you look on their website, they'll tell you where the closest location is. They always have workshops. They also have, people there that can help you with certain questions that you may have regarding your business. Maybe it's, legal issues. I know they have workshops in how to set up your business based on whatever city or state you're in, whatever the guidelines or the regulations are, what is required per your state, your city, and your county, to actually own and operate a business. And then look into your local chambers, the Chamber of Commerce, that is in your city or your county. They have so many different offerings to help market and network with other businesses around your city, or even throughout the state. So remember, our businesses are our babies. They are just like having children. We do everything we can to help them grow, to nourish them, to nurture them, and to do whatever we need to to be successful, because the success of our business means that we are helping other people. So take advantage of these resources. Don't feel like it's not going to help you. Don't feel like it's not worth it, or you don't have time. These people and these organizations are set in place because they have a passion and a purpose to help others grow. And so take advantage of someone else in a good way, really wanting to pour out everything that they've learned over time, because it is in their heart to do so. And take that and use it. Run with it. Don't just toss it aside as if it was nothing. Their experience and expertise is so valuable. So use it. Use it to the greatest of everything that you would pour into your business. And know that you will be successful as long as you pour your heart into everything that you do. And so that is it for me today, you guys. Thank you again for joining me on the Expressions of Destiny podcast. I hope you've learned something. I hope I've given you something valuable to help you with your business. And I will talk to you next week. God bless.